Yes! 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 You know what's time? You know what sound that is? It's time for In the Paddock F1. Greeny and the Cheese. For the 62nd time, we race in the States. That's right. And for the first time since 1984, there will be two Formula One Grand Prix in the States. For the second time on the F1 calendar, we race in Florida. How about that, Michael? But we're talking about the first time we race in South Beach. That's right, we're in Miami. The pristine beaches, beautiful people, the warm weather, and of course, the non-stop nightlife. And it's a party, baby. And it's been a party all week since the F1 circus has been in town. We are 14 miles from downtown Miami at the Miami International Autodrome. Why are we trying to sound European with that? I don't know. But anyway, it's a temporary circuit built around the Hard Rock Stadium in a car park. But what a creation they have created. It's 3.36 miles, 19 corners, through the concrete, blind corners, under the highway even. You give it the full beans for 72% of your lap. And oh baby, what a race we saw. Ferrari locked out the front row for the first time since Mexico 2019. That's quite a number of years back. Leclerc got off to a good start, but so does Max as he passes Carlos into turn one. Max passes Leclerc on the front stretch, and away he went. Little late safety car and a little excitement, but Max gets the win. Leclerc second. Sainz hold off. Perez for third. We're caffeinated. We're medicated. Greeny. Good evening, sir.
The party is in Miami. Boys and girls gather around. We've got a circus of celebs. Oh, F1 is in town. Because there's no place like Miami. But if you, sir, are a foreigner, you may not just realize that Miami is in Florida. And wild stuff, to say the least, may happen on the streets or beach. Because when you're in the Sunshine State, you'll lose your mind. There's no debate. So when a grown man, one encounters his underpants outside his trousers, or 3 watches to tell the time in UK, New York, and Liechtenstein. Oh, the party is in Miami, and no one will be staring when whatever the heck it is Danny and Lando might be wearing. Or a fake marina with fabulous yachts. Or when you're in Florida, you've lost all rational thoughts. And so it begins, a Max win and a laugh. See you back next year, and bring lots and lots and lots of cash. It's
Thank God the poems are back. Thank God the poems are back.
Yeah.
Those are way better. Stop with you're not a musician. It's over, buddy. It's over. Go to the poems. Way better. Way better.
Yeah, it was a wild one though, man. It was wild. Did you see the Martin Brundle interviews? By the way, he usually embarrasses himself, but
Martin Brundle gridwalk today was absolutely epic. From the shirt he changed into to just interviewing people. Hi, Patrick. Yeah, that wasn't Patrick Mahomes. It was hilarious.
Venus Serena, and she just walked away. And she turns around.
It was fantastic.
Like, oh, you're still there.
Oh, it was fantastic.
You're still there. That was tough. I guess the U.S. celebs did not get the lovable Martin Brundle, but it does happen. It was a wild race. Your ponies did not do what you wanted your ponies to do after a great practice and a absolutely fabulous 1-2 start. That didn't last very long, that 1-2. But we are in Miami. We will be back again next year. But before we get to next year...
10 years. It's a 10-year deal.
The next 10 years. It is correct. That is correct. Well, they poured enough concrete into that thing, then better make it worth it, because that is an environmental...
I know, it's the only podium celebration I've ever seen that you had to get a ride in a Jeep to get over there. And
So I
then the
put him.
helmets. What about the football helmets instead of the hats? That was the Pirelli football helmet. What about that? What about that? Did you see that? Did you see that on the podium? They
So I
came out
put
wearing
him.
football helmets with Pirelli on them. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's the only podium I've ever seen with Dan Marino on it. But as well as with the NFL helmets as well, I gotta love the NFL helmets, which I said repeatedly because if you said football helmets, they wouldn't know what you're talking about. So at least most of the viewers. So with that, you are quite happy for someone who a couple of hours ago just lost the race. You had 2 podiums for Ferrari, but let's talk about not what Ferrari did wrong.
You want to know why? You want to know why? I'm not sad. What do I say after my opening? We're caffeinated and we're medicated, and I'm medicated, my friend.
It was a little rough today. You were, I'm sure, hopeful.
I mean, as we'll go into later, discussed with my betting choices because that's actually how I thought it was going to end. But I bet with my heart instead of my brain. I mean, Red Bull had the speed advantage, and that was going to be an issue, especially with the 2 long straights that they have here at Miami. Red Bull was set up for more of a speed option with the lower wing. Ferrari went for the higher wing and to get a better cornering pace. The Red Bull version was the way to go. The Ferrari version was not. Got a little excitement there with the late safety car after Gasly smacked into Norris and brought out the safety car. But just wasn't enough. They didn't have the pace. Straight line speed, I think it was something like 6 to 10 miles an hour. Red Bull had advantage without even the DRS. So that's something that Ferrari's going to have to try and fix, because you're not going to be able to. It's going to happen again and again that they're just going to get passed in a DRS zone, even if you're in front. So
also
have
can we say?
Out.
I'm sorry, but can we say Max is just the phenomenal?
He's on it. He's on it.
And he's on it right now. He is truly on it. It shows. For those of you, I don't know if you've seen it. I didn't send it to you, but there's an awesome video. I think Red Bull put it out of Yuki and Max going like swamp racing. So if you like Florida and you're interested in a little more Florida content, check out Red Bull put it out. Just put swamp racing Max Verstappen, Yuki, and check it out. Have a good time with that. But Florida is an interesting place and an interesting place to race. And it was truly Max who, the man can race. Listen, Ferrari had a shot, I believe, when after Lando crashed, lap 50, after that Pierre Lando crashed, that they had a chance to come in and go on the softs and try to finish hard on the softs. And they didn't come in. They were in a position to come in. It was kind of a luck of the draw where they were at on track. How do you feel about that? And obviously hindsight is 2020. But at the time, what were you thinking at the time when the safety car went out?
I think when the full safety car came out, they the leaders had already passed pit entry. So you couldn't do it then. It was a gamble to lose that track position, and then, in case you lost spots, to try and move back up. So I think it was probably the right call to make at the time. Could you have came in? Maybe. How many spots would you have lost? That's the gamble you take. But at that point, you pretty much, if the leader doesn't come in, you pretty much just stick with your track position, because it's just not worth losing your track position at that point with like 10 laps to go. So when they did go back racing, it was probably the right call at the time. You're gonna have to do some work. That's all. Ferrari's got some homework to do. Red Bull's got the straight line speed. Ferrari hasn't had that in a number of years, which has usually been the Ferrari forte. Has been